Hey everyone, I'm Dante, and this is Around the Hood with KSL Cars. This is my 1976 Fiat 131 Abarth. I bought this car in 2007 as just a shell. So I was 14 or 15 years old and I saw one of these cars in an old rally video. And I just loved the boxy shape and the fender flares and the double headlights and everything. And I wanted one of these cars for years. And I looked and looked and I found this car in Texas in 2007 and drove down there and bought it. It kind of sat in my garage for a few years until I could source all the parts I needed and the tools I needed to build it. The styling was done by Bertone back in the 70s. They're famous for doing Ferraris and Lamborghinis. In 1976, Fiat was jealous of Lancia and their rally success with the Stratos. So they wanted to build a rally car that you could sell on Monday after you won the race on Sunday. That was the idea. So they took the regular 131 sedan, which is this car, and they sent it over to Bertone and Abarth, who put on the wheel arches and the Lampredi race engine, and they entered it in the rally in 1977 and won the world championship in 77 and 78 using this car. It doesn't need any introduction, this car, if you're in Italy. Here in the States, you might not know what it is, but the 131 is a very successful and famous rally car. So it has Bertone badges here. My good friend Frank from Australia got me those. They're really hard to find. So the nickname for this car is Milo, which came from an old girlfriend of mine, and it kind of just stuck. And it's Italian name, so it worked out. It has a Ford/Mazda 2.3 turbo engine with an EcoBoost Mustang 6-speed manual transmission, rear-wheel drive, Ford 9-inch in the rear. I built a tube chassis for this car with independent front suspension and a 3-link suspension in the rear, and then I dropped the car on top of that. So it has modern brakes, modern suspension, handles really well, about 300 horsepower. It was just a shell when I got it, so it had no hood or fenders or windows or anything. So I had to source all that. So the body panels, like the hood and the fenders, they're all from a company in the UK. They built these off of a actual race car from the 70s, so they look correct. The wheels I have on here are Bassett Racing wheels, made here in the USA. So with this car, I wanted it to be kind of a driver car, so I can take it to work or take it to the store or gym or, go on a nice drive. And so I updated everything underneath the car. So it has modern suspension, modern brakes, has air conditioning, cruise control, fuel injection, GPS navigation, all the good stuff. But on the outside, it's all correct, like it would have been in 1976 when these were built. I've got this little model car that my brother bought for me. It was a kit, so I had to build it. And it's kind of motivation to finish the car because I was about halfway through building this car when he bought this for me. And so then I had 2 cars to build, which was nice. But I did the same color on the wheels, and I thought it turned out really nice. All right, this is my 1989 Ford Ranger STX. I bought this in 2013, and I finished restoring it, I think, about four and a half years ago or so. And the idea here was to make it look exactly as it would have in 1989. So I got the correct factory decals, the lights, the roll bar, the right wheels. I did put a little bit of a lift kit on it with some bigger tires. And I also upgraded to larger front and rear axles and a bigger V6 engine. But overall, it's correct. This truck is special to me because I actually almost died in it up in the canyon. I was four-wheeling with my brother, and we kind of went off the side of a cliff a little bit, and we got stuck there, and it was like probably a 50-foot drop or so. We had to climb out the passenger side. It was really scary, but we got it pulled out and everything was fine, but it was kind of scary at the time. I was actually really fortunate with this when I was restoring it because I found this factory decal kit and the roll bar at a dealership in Detroit. They've been sitting in a warehouse for 30 years. These are American racing wheels, the exact same ones that would have been on it when it was produced in 1989. This is my 1971 Triumph TR6R. And it's kind of the same theme with the Fiat and the Ranger. I have a modern motor in it, 900cc Triumph, modern forks, modern brakes, kind of all upgraded, so it'll be nicer to ride than the old 70s technology. The seat here and the fairing and the fenders, I made all those on my English wheel that I have out back, and just painted it the other day actually, so there's still some things I need to polish out. So I still need to make the seat for this, which fortunately I have a sewing machine, industrial, that I bought off KSL. And so I'll make that here out of some nice leather, maybe some white stitching. Probably won't be very thick, but I think it'll look nice. It'll match the 1970s aesthetic that I have. So this is a original Triumph tank, 1971. I just finished painting it, doing all the body work on it. I did modify the rear suspension here so I can run the exhaust underneath the seat. I think that'll look really nice. So it's kind of a combination of parts. Daytona forks, Kawasaki swing arm, Triumph frame and tank and engine. Well, that's it for this edition of Around the Hood with KSL Cars. Thanks for watching.